Archangel Michael says, I have been waiting for 2 hours to tell you this. This is not a joke. A private investigator was caught down open quickly. Archangel Michael says, I have been waiting for 2 hours to tell you this. This is not a joke. A private investigator was caught while following someone directly connected to your life. He was hired in silence. His mission was not just to observe you, but to record every pattern of your behavior. His presence in your orbit was invisible until the truth decided to expose itself. The investigator had already gathered images, voices, and places you went. A file with your name was hidden in his car trunk, wrapped in a red folder. Someone close to you wanted every move of yours tracked secretly. The person who sent him never expected him to decor. But divine order reversed the plan. Now, the truth must come to you before they make another move. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Your privacy has already been touched. Every word you spoke in certain locations was recorded. Even a private call you had days ago was written down and shared. The investigator confessed after pressure was applied. He admitted that his client feared your success, and your upcoming breakthrough. They wanted to stop it before the world would celebrate you. The person who paid him wore a mask of friendliness around you. But their envy burned deeper than they showed. That mask is now starting to melt under the fire of exposure. Type Amen to get blessing 247. The surveillance began 3 weeks ago. They tracked your financial activities, your travels, and even who you interacted with, but heaven did to allow them to proceed further. Our change, Michael says, you were protected from spiritual and physical danger the moment this assignment was made. While your name was written in their report, your destiny remained untouched. This investigator had been doing this job for years. But something about your light made his devices fail. Every hidden camera aimed at you began to malfunction mysteriously. He confessed that this was the first time a client screamed in fear when receiving the pictures. Because in each one, there was a light hovering around you. They were terrified. Type Amen to get blessing 558. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $1.20. He told the arresting officers that he began having strange dreams after spying on you. Chateaus followed him, mirrors in his house cracked with no cause. One night he woke up screaming your name. He couldn't understand why, but the energy that followed your name kept ringing in his ears. This is how heaven protects the chosen ones. It allows evil to walk just close enough to see but not to touch. That's why your name is guarded by forces they cannot fight. Comment I receive this shield if you know you are covered by divine protection. Type Amen to get blessing 902. He was caught near an alley where you often walk. He was trying to plant another hidden recorder. At night it rained and lightning struck near his feet. That was the moment he dropped everything and ran. The company had captured his own planet. When they retrieved the footage, it was corrupted but showed one clear flash, a wing in the frame. That wing was not a bird, that was not coincidence. That was the sign. That Archangel Michael had stepped down to defend what was sacred. Type Amen to get blessing 127. The woman who hired the investigator is someone you have helped before. She smiled at you. She complimented you, but in her silence she carried a mission. She wanted to ruin your image. She wanted to make people doubt your story, but now her name is part of a legal report that will reach you soon. The documents are in process. You will be contacted soon. What was done in the dark is about to stand in front of law and justice. Type Amen to get blessing 349. The investigator had stored files on a USB drive. A drive is now in safe hands. Inside, not only your records were found but evidence of others who were spied on. But yours was the most detailed. It had color-coded tabs, personal reflections, recordings with dates. You were their biggest threat because of what you're becoming. They feared your growth. They feared the doors opening for you. And now that fear has boomeranged back on them. Type Amen to get blessing 680 when they tried to find your weaknesses. But instead, they discovered your strength. Your presence disturbed their darkness. Archangel Michael says, no weapon formed in their meetings will rise higher than your purpose. Your protection is not of this world, it is supernatural. Heaven has set a fire behind you. Every step you take burns the shadows that followed. This was not just an invasion of privacy with a declaration of war from envy. Type Amen to get blessing 788. You must stay alert. They might try another way, but it won't succeed because you are now aware. A divine alarm had been sounded. What was hidden is no longer hidden. Every lie spoken about you will reverse its path and strike its origin. The investigator has turned into a witness. You may testify, you may even reach out with apologies. Type Amen to get blessing 234, but don't trust too quickly. Let the truth unfold solely, let the exposure be complete. Justice has begun its course. A woman who initiated this still doesn't know she will soon be summoned. She thought she was him of the law, but divine sees all. Comment I welcome truth if you are ready for divine justice to complete its mission. Type Amen to get blessing 991. Even your old photographs were printed and placed on the table in her office. She circled the ones where you smiled the most. She couldn't bear your peace. That's how deeply envy operates. It studies joy to destroy it, but what they didn't know is that your joy doesn't come from this world. It was given by heaven, and heaven is ready to fight for it. Your smile is protected. Type Amen to get blessing 476 soon. People will hear the news. They will be shocked by who was behind the spying. They will remember the kindness you gave to her and question why. But don't let bitterness grow. You are rising, and this exposure is only confirmation of how much favor surrounds you. Archangel Michael says everything about your life that was monitored is now being washed clean. Your reports hold no power anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 830. Your path is being cleared. Your steps are being guarded. And your name is being lifted. The next 7 days will bring information. You may receive a letter, a call, or even a knock on your door. Stay open but be cautious. If you feel a sudden pull in your spirit to avoid someone, obey it. That is divine warning. That is how you win without conflict. Type Amen to get blessing 144. The investigator is now under surveillance himself. He is being asked more questions. Every word he says is being transcribed for court. And he is revealing names. He is revealing more people involved. One of them may be someone who greeted you last week. Don't worry, let us bow your handle them. Your hands must remain clean. Type Amen to get blessing 505. The same person who asked about your birthday recently watched them. You were measuring time for something specific. But time betrayed them instead. Your plan is collapsing, because the light around you is too strong to be defeated. You have entered in zone of your reversible favor. Comment the light is around me if you feel this shift already. Type Amen to get blessing 219. The person who financed this spying campaign will soon face financial setbacks. Money that was used against you is returning as lost to them. You will wonder what went well, but you will know it was the hand of justice. It was the roar of Archangel Michael over your name. Everything they whispered is now echoing against them. Everything they wrote is now inked against their favor. Type Amen to get blessing 317. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. You were never alone. Every step was under supervision from above. While they monitored you, Evan was monitoring them. This was a test. And you passed it without knowing. You kept your peace, you lived in truth. And now, the reward is set. The truth is coming home to you, and it will speak louder than anything they tried to hide. Type Amen to get blessing 873. You are no longer under silence, you are no longer vulnerable. Let it remind you that what's behind your back is watched by angels. The next chapter of your life is protected, proven, and promoted. Stay bold. Stay ready. Type Amen to get blessing 404. Archangel Michael says, your life was under silent review. But heaven allowed it for one reason only: to expose the snakes. The surveillance wasn't permitted to destroy you, it was allowed to reveal what was trying to hide beneath friendly smiles. What you thought were delays were actually divine protection. Every plan that tried to trap you was intercepted. Every eye watching you has now seen the consequence of playing with fire. You were being watched, but you were also being guarded. The same time they planted a mic under your window, a divine being stood over your rooftop. You didn't feel it, but they did. That's why the investigator panicked in the middle of his assignment. He stopped writing reports and started having breakdowns. Because the energy around you was too heavy for dark spirits to penetrate. Type Amen to get blessing 222. He said your name gave him chills. He admitted to hearing whispers in his ears at night warning him to stop. But his greed booked him further until the hand of judgment reached him. Now the person who paid him is trying to erase traces, but it's too late. The confession has already been submitted. Screenshots, printed receipts, call logs all tied to her number. She thought you could blame it on someone else. But even the investigator's devices at her voice recorded. Type Amen to get blessing 611. Your destiny was a real tardy. They didn't want to see you happy. They couldn't accept that after everything you went through, you still had favor on your life. She once heard someone praise you and got so bitter she threw a glass in private. That bitterness grew. And now it gave birth to this plan. The investigator is speaking, he's saying names. And heaven is listening. Type Amen to get blessing 987. The truth is now loud. What was whispered in hotel rooms is now echoing in offices. What was sent as hidden mail is now a screenshot and filed. Every moment they thought they had won, they were only tightening the rope around themselves. Now the news is snapping back. They are afraid. Not of jail, but of your rise. Because it's cutting. Comment my rise is unstoppable if you know the tables are turning. Type Amen to get blessing 745. He admitted he followed you on a weekend. He watched you from a car window. But what made him abandon the mission was something unseen. A dog appeared from nowhere, stared into his soul and barked once. That one bark shattered his rear mirror. He knew then this was not normal. He said, I've spied on people for 20 years, but I've never felt watched back by something invisible. That was your angel. Type Amen to get blessing 584. Your steps are not normal, they are charged. Your words are not just air. They are echoes of prophecy. Every picture they took of you came back distorted. Every audio had static noise whenever you spoke of your dreams. Because your dreams scared them, that's why they wanted to get ahead of you. But they couldn't. Because you're chosen. Type Amen to get blessing 930. The woman behind this will try to befriend you again. She will try to play the victim. But now you see her clearly, she played too long with your peace. Now she must answer for the weight of the spiritual realm she disturbed. Archangel Michael says, the moment she lied with your name in her mouth, she signed her own spiritual consequence. It's not just cord, it's correction. Type Amen to get blessing 443. Don't retaliate. Don't confront. Just receive the news that's coming your way. Documents, emails, evidence, it's all being prepared. Let them hear the truth from others' mouths. Let their shame rise on its own. You must walk with calm, because heaven is not done yet. This is only the beginning of the exposure. Type Amen to get blessing 765. The investigator's car was towed last night. Inside were maps, schedules, and even photos of where you parked. His notes even tried to guess who you love. They were trying to understand your heart, but it confused them. Because it was too pure for them to grasp. Your compassion was their confusion, your joy was their frustration. And now your victory is their defeat. Type Amen to get blessing 982. They called you dramatic before, they mock your dreams. But now they are scared of the truth. Because what you spoke is coming to pass, what you dreamed is appearing in reality. The fire they set has burned their own fingers. Common truth is rising. If you feel the shift already, type Amen to get blessing 154. Your name is in conversations. But this time, it's not gossip, it's defense. People are beginning to stand for you. Those who doubted you are becoming silent. Because the light on your life is too loud now. It's undeniable, they wanted to see you lose. But now they are forced to watch you win with grace. Type Amen to get blessing 651. Of the investigators' files contained a voice memo. It was someone saying we need to stop them before the month ends. At them was you. They knew something big was coming for you, a promotion to break through a new relationship. And they panicked. Now the panic is theirs, you are still standing. Type Amen to get blessing 200. For you must not shrink. You must not doubt, what was meant to destroy your spirit has only exposed your power. Every shadow that followed you is now running away. Every lie that held you back has now lost its grip. This is not your ending. This is your rising. Type Amen to get blessing 800. They feared your voice, they tried to steal it. But now you will be louder than ever. Speak your truth, share your light. Walk with confidence. Because the battle they started, heaven finished it already, and your name came out untouched. Type Amen to get blessing 370. You were not meant to know about this yet. But divine timing said now, because if you delay any longer you will miss your moment. This is your call to step forward. To take your place, to let them see you shine without apology. They wanted to know your every step. But now they can only watch you fly. Type Amen to get blessing 999. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Your enemies are now confused. They thought they were ahead, but they were always 10 steps behind. Your protection is not luck. It is prophecy. You were made for this. Archangel Michael says, "Let no fear enter now, the war has passed. The crown is yours." Type Amen to get blessing 333. Archangel Michael says, "This story has not ended, it's only deepening. More layers are being revealed. And more players are about to fall. They never imagined the trap they set for you would become their own prison. The investigator is now spilling names out of fear. The names are more familiar than you'd expect. Some are people you've sat with, smiled with, and trusted in moments of weakness. They all played different roles. One was the observer, one the planner, and one the talker. But heaven saw them all as one, a web of betrayal dressed in respect. They wanted to find your secrets. But they ended up exposing their own. The light on your life became too bright for their games to continue. Type Amen to get blessing 412. A person from your workplaces in this too. They gave access to files that should have been locked. The investigator confirmed receiving inside help, your private records, schedules, login times, and even vacation dates were sold. It wasn't random. This was organized, but now the organization is collapsing. And the files are in safe hands. Justice is building its case with divine evidence. Type Amen to get blessing 770 CS. The woman who envied your peace kept saying, "Why do people like them?" She couldn't understand why others respected you without effort. So he created a story. Paid a man to prove it, but instead, he proved something else. Your aura is unshakable. He confessed he heard your name in his dreams like a warning. Leave them alone, but he didn't. Now, he's living in fear. Type Amen to get blessing 118. Comment: this warning is my witness. If you feel the divine justice rising behind you now, he's afraid to sleep. Afraid to walk past mirrors. Because he knows he touched a destiny protected by something higher, and what scares him the most, you never knew. You never fought. But you still won. He's telling his lawyer that he regrets everything. He asked, "Can I take it back?" But heaven has already moved forward. Type Amen to get blessing 687. He described one night where he followed you silently. He watched you from across the street as you walked alone. But he said it wasn't you he saw, it was something standing beside you. He said a tall figure in radiant gold armor walked with you that night. Every step you took, it took two. And when he blinked, you disappeared. That was the moment he decided to stop, but it was already too late. The files were traced and the evidence led back to him. Top amen to get blessing 329. The person who started this mess is now hiding, he's avoiding call. He's deleted emailed. But digital traces don't lie, every payment she made to fund the spying is now recorded. Every voice note of instruction is now filed. Every attempt to silence you has become evidence. Your name, once used in plots, is now a name protected by court and angels alike. Type amen to get blessing 555. You didn't beg for protection. But you received it, you didn't ask for vengeance. But justice came anyway. Now, people will look at you differently, love because of ghosts and when we have the glory. The survivor they tried to erase is now a walking victory. Don't be surprised if someone calls you soon in tears, they'll say I didn't know what was happening. What deep down they did. Type amen to get blessing 902. The circle of silence is breaking, people are choosing sides. And most are stepping to your favor now. Light, because your peace, your strength, and your light are winning the war they never thought you'd survive. This isn't revenge. This is divine balance. You give kindness, they give you envy. Now the scale is being restored. Type amen to get blessing 288. She will try to say she was just protecting herself, she'll claim she was afraid of being overshadowed. But the evidence says otherwise. He wasn't afraid of you hurting her, she was afraid of your light exposing her darkness. Now that darkness is dissolving. You don't need to defend yourself, your silence has already spoken. The truth is louder than any explanation. Type amen to get blessing 661. Someone will beg you for forgiveness, but don't feel pressured to reply right away. Let them sit with their conscience. You don't owe closure to betrayal. You are healing to yourself. This season is about your restoration. Not their redemption, let them learn. Let them feel what you carried in silence. Type amen to get blessing 799. You'll feel it in the air soon, a shiv. A pull. Your name will appear where it belongs in praise, not inspiring folders. You are entering a season of honor. The same people who plotted against you will witness your elevation, and they won't be able to explain how. Type amen to get blessing 333. Your spirit is too strong to be broken by lies. Your future is too bright to be dimmed by plans born of indie. Archangel Michael says, let your next steps be bold. His exposure is your announcement. The world now knows divine ones walk protected. Nothing hidden will remain hidden. And nothing true will stay buried. Type amen to get blessing 421. Your promotion is still coming, your door is still opening. Your breakthrough is untouched. They tried to monitor your steps to block your blessing, but instead, they tracked the movement of favor itself and couldn't stop it. You will rise above the noise. Above the whispers, above the shim they tried to assign to your name. Type amen to get blessing 559. The investigator will soon be seen on public record. Don't be surprised if media reaches out, don't respond. Stay calm. Let heaven handle the headlines. You are not the story of pain, you are the chapter of indication. Walk with peace. Lie with confidence, nothing formed against you work. Type amen to get blessing 800. When your voice will carry more weight now. You will speak and be heard, You will walk in places your enemies said you'd never enter. They failed to see that you were built for fire. Now you walk through it without burn. That's divine favor. Say it aloud now. I am rising and nothing can stop me. Type Amen to get blessing 119. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Everything they used to watch you has turned around to show them their own reflection. Every attempt to record you has recorded their downfall. You are a mirror. And mirrors don't lie, their intention is showing clearly now. Don't fear their next move. They already made their last one and it failed. Type Amen to get blessing 374. This is your moment of clarity. Your name has passed through the storm and is still shining. You didn't lose anything they did, they lost their mask. Your support. Your lies, but you gained something more: truth, strength, and spiritual fire. Walk ahead. No guilt, no fear. Just like. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The final report will reach the right hands. You will see their signature. And you will realize, God let it all happen for your protection. The trap caught the wrong soul. And now your name is free forever from their schemes. The last doors are closing behind the scenes. The investigator is now cooperating to reduce his sentence. Every detail is spilling from his lips like water breaking through a cracked dam. Names, addresses, instructions, even text messages and printed receipts have surfaced. And your name was always at the center, but not as the villain, as the target of jealousy. You were their obsession, your progress triggered their insecurities. But their plans were no match for divine alignment. The person who called themselves your friend had a list of people you loved, places you visited, and even your family members. Type Amen to get blessing 666. They watched not just you but everything connected to you. All of it was stored in cloud servers now being accessed by authorities. Her plan was to collect just enough to ruin your reputation. She thought you would leak it at the right time to destroy your support system. But her timing failed, because God's calendar always overrides man's agenda. She didn't expect divine intervention. Now, even people who used to believe her are turning against her. Type Amen to get blessing 288. They are ashamed. They are shocked. They are realizing they followed a liar disguised in charm. Meanwhile, you never needed to speak in your defense. Because God spoke for you through undeniable evidence, this is not the end of the exposure. More names will fall. A second person is about to be caught, one who printed the surveillance photos, and that person was even closer to your family than you think. Type Amen to get blessing 934. Someone will call you before the weekends. They will tell you things that will chill your spine, but stay calm because these are not surprises to God. They are just confirmations. You will finally understand why certain things didn't go your way earlier this year. They were blocked for your protection. Because as they gone through, this trap could have succeeded. But now the trap is broken and your path is clear. Type Amen to get blessing 200. You are walking into a level of favor that cannot be reversed. This investigation meant to break you has become the reason for your elevation. Your name will be removed from false accusations. Your image will be restored. And your destiny will shine even brighter now. The investigator is being used as a divine tool. His confession will serve your protection. He's already agreed to testify. Type Amen to get blessing 300.88 soon. There will be a letter with legal terms. Don't fear it, it is not against you. It is justice aligning with your name. It will offer closure, it may even offer compensation. But more than money, it offers you freedom. You were watched, but now you are being watched over. Comment: I receive my full protection if you feel this divine covering wrapping around you now. Type Amen to get blessing 721. This battle wasn't random, it was spiritual. That's why things didn't make sense on the surface. That's why you felt drained some days, confused on others. Your spirit was under attack while your face still smiled. And now the darkness is retreating. The investigator's silence is broken, and soon, the whispers will stop. Type Amen to get blessing 498. You will no longer be followed, you will no longer be used. You will no longer be watched like prey. You are the proof that heaven protects, no weapon can penetrate. Not carrots. Not gossip, not lies. Your name is now surrounded by divine fire. The next time they speak it, they'll feel the heat of their own guilt. Type Amen to get blessing 873 people will apologize. Some will disappear out of shame. And others will try to return into your life as if nothing happened. Be discerning. To give, but don't forget what the lesson taught you. This was not meant to harm, it was meant to reveal. You now know who truly loves you. And that's a blessing disguised in betrayal. Type Amen to get blessing 311. They wanted to find dirt. Instead, they found divinity. They wanted to catch you slipping, but you rose instead. You are being handed victory without even lifting a sword. You are walking into new beginnings that come sealed with justice. Let the past collapse behind you. Let your new chapter open like a scroll from heaven. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The investigator will not only admit to what he did. You will publicly declare that you are not who they painted you to be. This will be your confirmation. This will be your exoneration. And your silence will be remembered as strength, not weakness. The woman who began all this will see you walk past her one day. She will not be able to lift her head. That is the weight of guilt. Type Amen to get blessing 123. You are not cursed. You are chosen. You are not broken, you are being rebuilt. Your future has been cleared of contamination. You are freed now from whispers, watchers, and wicked plans. Every night of confusion now bursts mornings of clarity. Every tear has turned into evidence of survival. Type Amen to get blessing 988. Let this message stay in your heart. Let it remind you what was really happening behind closed doors. You weren't paranoid, you were protected. You weren't imagining things. You were being spiritually warned. Now the veil is off. The war is over. And the reward is coming. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Walk boldly into your next season. Don't look back. The camera that followed you is off. The eyes that watched you are now watching your blessing. They wanted footage of your failure, but they've only captured your favor. Let them watch. You don't have to hide anymore. You don't have to explain anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 667, if you wish to express your support further. You have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Your silence was loud. Your grace was your weapon, your elevation is now your reply. Our change of Michael says the fire they tried to start has turned into your flame of recognition. The alarm they triggered is now your awakening, now rise. You are clear. You are seen, you are shielded. Type Amen to get blessing 144.